After the no race we had in Belgium, we move on to the second race in the triple header. Welcome to the Netherlands for the Dutch Grand Prix. It's round 13 on the calendar. Next weekend we're in Tifosi land at Monza, Italy, before a 2-week break before we go to Russia, and then 2 weeks later it's the Turkish Grand Prix, now on a new date of the 8th to the 10th of October. 2 weeks time, then it's United States Grand Prix, followed then by another triple header, starting off with Mexico on the 7th of November, Brazil on the 14th, and a to-be-confirmed race on the 21st that is rumoured to be back for the first time at Qatar at the Losail International Circuit. Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi remain on their original dates to round out the season in December. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Lewis Hamilton is still the leader on 202.5 points. He's only 3 points back to Max Verstappen on a 199.5. Lucky half points will not decide this title like it did in 1984 against Lauda and Prost. Then it's Lando Norris now back in third place ahead of Valtteri Bottas. Sergio Perez leads Carlos Sainz on by 83.5. Then it's Charles Leclerc in 7th, Danny Ricciardo 8th, Pierre Gasly 9th, and Esteban Ocon rounds out in 10th place. On the second page, no one's really moved around. Alonso still 11th, followed by Vettel, Tsunoda, Stroll 14th. George Russell now gets 13 points on the board with second place at the Belgian Grand Prix. He's ahead of his teammate Nicholas Latifi. Kimi Raikkonen is 17th, a point ahead of Antonio Giovinazzi, and still no points for Haas with Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes lead the way on 310.5 points. 7 points back are Red Bull Racing on 303.5. The battle for third between McLaren and Ferrari heating up, with McLaren being ahead of Ferrari by 4.5 points. Then go down the order, we will see the fact that Alpine are battling AlphaTauri. There are 8 points between them as well. Aston Martin is sneaking up on that battle. Williams now on 20 points. They've scored more than Red Bull in the last 2 races. Alfa Romeo only have 3 and still no points on the board for Haas. It's time for the afternoon session here at Zandvoort. It's free practice too, ahead of the first Dutch Grand Prix in over 30 years. A look around Zandvoort, a 4.259km circuit, 72 laps ahead of us. First time we've been here since 1985. The circuit's been on the calendar though since 1952. Start the lap at the exit of turn 14, flat out as you approach the line in 8th gear. Come down towards the banked turn 1. Down now to 3rd gear, 70 miles an hour. Put the power down mid-exit as well. Control the rear slide as you head up towards turn 2. 6th gear, 130 kilometers an hour. Blind as you come down to turn 3 as well. 50 miles an hour in 2nd gear. Banked, power mid-exit as you approach up turns 4 and 5. Flat out segment of the track in 8th gear. Turn 6 then catches up on you. Drop down 7th gear, 150 miles per hour before you come into the braking zone of turn 7. Drop down 6th gear, 140. Lift, flat out, watch out for the gravel sand. Turn 8, 3rd gear, down into 80 miles an hour. The same, drop 5 more miles per hour to turn 9, 3rd gear. Hairpin left-hander, overspeeding the exit could lead into a spin. Open up the DRS as you approach into turn 10. Drop once again down to 3rd gear, 75 miles an hour. Heavy braking zone, lot of lockups possible. Into turn 11 and 12, 2nd gear, up to 4th gear now at 105 miles an hour. A short switch back right, so it was easy to spin as well as you approach turn 13. Let the car grind its way through as you approach the banking. Flat out 7th gear, you reach 8 as you approach the line, and that is a lap of Zandvoort. The anticipation is high for this one. It is the second practice session for the Heineken Dutch Grand Prix. We're back in the Netherlands for the first time since 1985. And after losing 35 minutes this morning in the first practice session, it's right about time we have a full hour's running around a 2.676 mile circuit. That's 4.307 kilometers as well, as we run all the way around to the middle elevation change, bizarrely enough as well. But we've had action zones here. Hunt and Andretti coming together in 1977. Dramatic accidents as well. Down at Tarzan at turn 1. Turn 3, the Hugen Botch curve. Lauda versus Prost as well. In 1985, Lauda coming out victorious then as well. The track has seen tragedy as well as good times. Let's hope they have more better here today for the second session. Hard tyres, C1. Medium tyres, C2. Soft tyres, C3, as they're held up there on the banking. Beautiful sunny conditions, though, for this one ahead of the session. It looks absolutely glorious out there as well. Alongside in the commentary box, it's Megan Birch as well. Megs, this is going to be an interesting one, isn't it? The tension is rising, the anticipation is rising, but who doesn't love Zandvoort? It's a great track, as you found out yesterday.
I did find out yesterday, and very proud of yesterday.
They don't know the result yet, so we can't say anything with the result.
I'm proud of how good I did.
In terms of the commentator challenge,
yeah, because I never raced here before.
Yeah.
And Josh Plays says, I think another red flag, and Megan, you're late. Hello. And yes, I am a bit late, but that's because I was just doing a bit of my law work for college. I was just finishing a paragraph.
When aren't you late, to be fair? Into the
True,
commentary
but
box.
this time I have a reason. I was doing college work.
Look at these Sky F1 headsets. You can see they've really run the wear as well. The temporary ones as well needed a lot of adjusting as well before you get ready for... Let's bring the other ones back ASAP as well. I've flipped my headset back the right way around as well as everything's getting ready for this one. We're coming up on 1:55 until the session starts as well. Hopefully the driver tracker is waiting for this one as well. Coming through. I think we do know the result now. No,
I'm just proud about how well I've done.
We did 3 races yesterday in terms of the test events.
And I didn't crash that much.
No, and you were good in the second event to test. And then the main event we did, that went a little bit wrong for the pair of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll see that tomorrow in qualifying's build-up show as well. We're 1:24 away until the start of this session as well.
Yeah, I'm not giving away anything because, Joshua spent all day the day before, racing this.
Yeah.
So I had to be try to be as good as him, and I tried.
Didn't really work out that way. But you can find out tomorrow exactly what happened in less than a minute to go as well. Josh says, I think another red flag. Megan, you're late. We know that one as well. That excuse is accepted, yeah.
Thank you.
But it's getting good. We just had news coming in as well from Dieter Renken and Keith Collentine, who said that Lewis Hamilton is offering a special gift to fans who attended last weekend's Belgian Grand Prix with heavy rain as well. Something very special for all those fans who attended for Spa as well. If you fancy provide proof of purchase of the tickets as well, receive an exclusive gift from Lewis. Oh, how
Start
nice
of session will be delayed, says Race Control.
Now, we had this with the Formula 3 as well, so the start has been delayed.
I hope it's not going to be delayed too much, otherwise I'm going to have to bring my laptop in here and start doing a bit of law.
Well, there we go, look. Start delayed.
Continue.
Tell you what, that picture got us... That got a lot of running last time out as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
So session will be delayed. No explanation as of yet. But we have had the problem. We had this issue last time in the F3 session and this morning in practice 1 to the point where the race control safety systems around the track weren't working. So they couldn't throw out the red flags. They couldn't throw out green flags or anything like that. So, yeah. So the session will start at 5 minutes past the hour. Is that the full hour, or is that going to be the time delay?
Well, does anything conflict with
the
time? Then I'm going to say it's going to be the full hour then.
Yeah, because after this as well is the W Series qualifying, and that can be delayed.
And it's at the same track, so...
Yeah, so that's easily delayed.
Race control confirming the 5 past...
Yeah, 5 past the hour.
Time. And it's... Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't too much of a delay because I've still got quite a bit of work to do. Though the only work... I'm on the last bit for my law work. I'm on task 3 of 3.
Session will be full duration, we've been told. So it's literally just a 5-minute delay and it will be a full duration as well. So we now have the start time as well.
Do you know my psychology bit?
Yes.
I have to literally write down for things. And I've got to do some maths for it. I thought I was done with maths.
It sneaks up on you no matter what you do. So you're just going to have to get used to it, I'm afraid. So start delayed. The dude in the blue suit says, reminds me of last week. Yeah, unfortunately it does as well. Getting horrible flashbacks set upstairs here in the comms box. It's not upstairs, is it? It's ground floor, the commentary box. But it's sort of, it's level, isn't it? So
yeah.
But
there is a different part.
Yeah, everyone says up in the commentary box as well, but it's no, it's in the commentary box area.
Yeah.
We did have a commentary box that was upstairs, didn't we?
Yeah.
That changed around. Shoes are having really horrible cramp feelings at the moment, so it's this chair.
Too tight?
No, it's the chair. It's on your legs. Let's go through then as well. So 2 minutes and 46 seconds into the session will start as well. So we have had a delay. Let's talk about the championship contenders then. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen separated now by 3 points as I kick the camera. That's always a nice way to go at the moment, isn't it? So yeah, that's the situation at the moment then.
You're becoming me.
Yeah. So it's because the table's quite good. So you've got that information out there that Lewis and Verstappen now level on the title fight nearly. Who do you think is going to leave this weekend on top?
Well, I think everyone's kind of hoping for Max to come out on top because obviously it's Zandvoort, it's the Dutch Grand Prix. He's going to want to win.
And we're just giving information that Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon has received a reprimand for forcing Lando off the track at the end of that last session in free practice 1.
Oh, yeah, who topped that one?
It was Lewis Hamilton from Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz 1, 2, 3 on the board. So your prediction of Ferrari doing quite well from yesterday's preview show looks to be genuine. They have genuine pace, it looks like.
Yay.
The dude in the blue suit says, I always thought it was the garage. It is.
It is.
It's just, it's one half of the garage as well, because the other half still got loads of junk in it.
Yeah,
that needs to be sorted through. Yeah, that needs to be sorted through there, and
we would have a massive commentary box if all that was put in a storage locker.
Ideally, what I would like actually is this
is quite big anyway.
What I would like is actually the whole commentary box repainted and the floor painted and everything, and then this half stays the same. But
tile this.
No, just paint it painted black. But then we've got our usual commentary box area that we've got now. However, over there you can put a little thing up that we've got there as well, a little curtain, or just no curtain at all, and you've got a sort of entertainment area where people can sit with another little television there.
I remember you suggesting that.
I put the PlayStation 4 there and have a television and
what would be
like
nice.
A game room as well.
It's like any single time that someone's annoying you in the house, it's like, I'm going to the garage.
Yeah, just sort of stay there and sort of stay out the way sort of thing as well. The session being delayed will now stop. We're being told 30 seconds to go until the start then.
What's that?
What are you? That's Sebastian Vettel this morning stopping with NG UK issue. They're just putting the floor on the car now, but the team saying that the MG UK was okay, it was fine, but the marshals saying that the light had come on, meaning that nobody could touch the car. So a 35-minute and 40-second delay while they got that car off the track, but it turned out to be for nothing.
Oh, that's why you both came in the house later than usual.
Well, the red flag was out. No, we came on time, but the red flag was out, sort of delaying everything.
I was too busy trying to figure out how media influenced lawmaking.
Usual time for you, isn't it? Green flag then is out, and the second session is underway after a 5-minute delay here to practice 2. We get the full hour ahead of us, and cars now venturing out onto the track. All of them, actually, bar Sebastian Vettel, I think, are going out there, Megan, don't you think? Because there's a load of them piling out of turn 1.
It doesn't surprise me. And it seems like Haas are taking those corners quite well, actually.
The Haas's are really pushing through quite hard this weekend as well, as we've seen in the past. Just reloading as well and getting our tyre data up here in the comms box as well. And miracle of miracle, by the way, we can show you that, as always, practice 1, it never works. Practice 2, it works well. and then it disappears by the time we get back to the end of the race. But the driver tracker is working. So we've got Raikkonen, Perez, Mazepin, Leclerc, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Sainz and Bottas coming out onto the track now, but more are out there. All bar Vettel and Verstappen are out there, but Verstappen is now just leaving the pit lane actually as well. So it's all filling in now quite nicely out here. Norris also leaving the pit lane track, but look at the 109,000 Dutch fans in attendance this weekend are right out there cheering on Max Verstappen as well.
I tell you what, Kimi's really going at it. He's got purple sector times for both times. He's even quicker than Perez.
Sector 2 and Sector 3 on his outlap. Yeah, quicker. At the moment, look at that driver tracker.
He's just like, I've announced my time and I am not letting Wiesler mess this up.
Driver tracker's come alive now as well. We'll keep this open for a couple of minutes as well. But look at that, completely gone forward now.
He's purple sector 1 as well.
So Raikkonen's really going for it as well. We're not sure what that delay was for. We are trying to find out, but we can't tell you because we don't know the information. So as soon as we do, we will wait.
They probably just weren't ready.
Track temperature 35 degrees, air temperature is 20. We did have a red flag that delayed the Formula 3 qualifying a lot as well. We had 2 red flags in that qualifying session, so maybe you were right, they just weren't ready and set up correctly for that, so they delayed the session by 5 minutes.
Just like, okay, we need just a little bit more time to get everyone out on the track because we're not just going to waste free practice 2 with time where everyone's just not going to be out for 5 minutes.
So completely just go for it.
And it's
look at this though, the traffic in that last sector as well. Look at the big banking out of turn 14 as well. The car's heading down towards turn 1. The track is packed right now as well, isn't it? Absolutely packed.
It's like looking at a motorway.
Yeah, completely and utterly packed out there as
especially
they swing round.
That corner there. What's that?
Turn
corner?
1, 2 and 3. The Tarzan corner.
Ooh,
before coming into the Hülkenberg corner.
Look at that little car pile up.
Yeah,
Verstappen's crossing.
Verstappen, Raikkonen, Perez, Mazepin. All closing up together at the moment on the driver track. It's green at the moment.
Also making one of those.
One ball with Lewis Hamilton as well. Coming round turn 10 at the exit of the hairpin. Big power at the exit as you push down now towards turn 11 and 12, the tight chicane area. Short switch back right to the left. Oh, Megan.
Bottas has just rocketed to the top of the leaderboard with a 1:11.664. And Hamilton's 2 tenths slower than that.
Yeah, he is.
1:11.911.
So 2 tenths down, 2.5 even, as whose lap time just got deleted on that board? Can't see. Sonoda has his lap time deleted and jumps down the order as well. The dude in the blue suit says, is everyone pumped for Russell in a Mercedes?
Yeah.
I'd say yeah. What about you, Megs?
I'm really looking forward to it, and Sonoda's has been deleted, and Gasly goes into 12th with a 1:14.486.
Verstappen coming to the line now as well on his first time on the board. Can he have only P17, so he must have got held up. There was a lot of traffic though on that lap time as we saw.
There was, and I think he may have been on a slow lap.
Yeah,
he may have seen all the traffic, just like, I'm not going for anything.
Right, should we just commit to a prep? I mean, these tires are too cold. Where's Raikkonen? Yeah, prep. We go for a prep.
He's within 6. I think we're going to get compromised either way with prep.
Yeah, of course.
Watch behind. Set mode 5, then mode 5.
And Hamilton stopping!
Hold on.
Hamilton stopping! He's losing power!
Yellow flag sector because of Hamilton.
And listen to that!
Hear the cheers.
Listen to the cheers!
Lewis Hamilton gets him.
Someone's been praying on that.
We've got a red flag immediately because Lewis Hamilton, the championship leader, just 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the session, has come to a stop.
Suspended.
Yeah, red flag, session suspended, cars to return to the pit lane, and Lewis Hamilton has had a failure. And Lewis Hamilton is out of practice too. He will not get any time. This is disastrous news for Mercedes in terms of the championship and certainly the battle here this weekend.
Dash positive, and box. Rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, he's rolling now down the straight because he's on a downhill thing. I think he's trying He's literally pushing the car to not roll.
Where is he on that track, on that driver tracker? Where is it? It's down at turn 8 and 9. So where's it on this part of the track? Oh, he's vanished. He's completely vanished, actually, from the driver tracker.
So he's there.
Yeah, so that's... Oh, yeah, so where Ocon and Alonso are just coming around again. So let's take a listen on board and take a look.
He was doing so well.
Let's have a listen on board with Lewis on this lap time.
Going into turn 1.
So this is turn 1, Tarzan corner. It sounded like it was dying then. What do you think, Megs?
Yeah, you've got that little squeakiness of the engine.
You can hear it. Yeah, Hamilton stopped at turn 8.
I think this section really made him go a bit more.
And this, I think, is this mainly a...
Flag, follow the reference, box.
Do you
Stay positive, plus.
That's Sonoda. This is, as Jensen's just saying, this is the cool-down lap. So that was the cool-down lap we were hearing. But the car didn't sound great going round, did it? It sounded like it was chumping a lot at the bit. So Lewis Hamilton retires from practice 2. He loses a full hour, and he's really only had 25 minutes of practice before tomorrow.
Lewis is literally examining the car because he doesn't know what the hell happened. I mean, he was doing so well. He was second. I want to know how the hell that happened and how they let him out. How did they let him out knowing that there was some sort of problem? They surely would have known.
Lewis has used all of his engines, turbochargers, MGUH, MGUKs as well.
Does that mean he's going to get a penalty?
Well, Lewis could get a penalty if he has to take a third MGUK. Look, penalties would be applied if he has to take them. So that's going to be something to show. And that
Hasn't he already had a penalty?
That graphic isn't actually as clear as I thought it would be, actually. That doesn't give us a much information as to what we know. Track clear, though. But red flag is out. Wonder what's happening next, then, when we're going to get this green. Let's go over here to the group chat. Josh plays, what did I say about red flags? Let's take a listen. Here we go. Let's take a listen further on the lap to Lewis Hamilton. This is his engine.
Oh, there.
It's gone already.
Is that like flapping?
Gearbox? No, listen. Can you hear the whirring?
It sounds like last time Mum's car had a problem.
Gearbox then. Or is it flooded?
Listen in that ear.
Yeah. So Lewis has manually turned that engine off.
Maybe a fan belt or something?
No. Hang on. Can we get...
Maybe the gearbox.
Well, if I can get this working up here in the comms box, we have the ability to rewind and take a look. So, Megs, take us through it at the moment, and I'll try and find it.
Well, so far, before the red flag was out, it was first Bottas, which is quite impressive, and it's
2 seconds, Megs,
Hamilton.
sorry.
Oh.
Is that he reported the loss of power first. We heard that, but then was told by the engineers to stop the car.
Okay, thanks, Ted. So
He's
you heard that as well as I
inspecting it.
did. So Lewis has now got back out of the medical car and gone back to the car itself. So what's he trying to look for as well?
I think he's trying to find something or try to inspect it, see if
Yeah.
he did anything to cause anything. And he seems to have just moved the steering wheel, was looking under it, and he was just like, I can't find anything.
Well, I'm now looking at Lewis Hamilton on his slowdown lap and his kilometres. He's in third gear, fourth gear as he approaches the zone. Let's take a look. Oh, and he came across Schumacher and Latifi as well before he came to a stop. There goes the loss of power. So Lewis was stuck in third gear and had loss of power as he comes around turn 3. And there's Alonso going through. So this is the part of the lap where he stopped. So we're just having a look at it now to see if we can point out for you anything that happened. I'll tell you what, I'm going to screen record this as well and see if we can get it onto the computer to show you during the session as well. So, look, he's stuck in fifth gear, and there's the power failure.
Keeps going down slowly, bit by bit.
And now he's stuck in fourth gear, 122 kilometres an hour, revs are low, coming round now.
And he should be speeding up here, and he's just completely loses it.
Yeah, still slow. And then now, look, he's stuck in fourth gear, and he's on 60 kilometres an hour. He's low on revs.
And now he's just lost it.
Now he's stopped, and he
He's-
manually switches it off, yeah.
So round about where
Turn
Russell
8, yeah.
is right then, that's when he fully lost it.
Yeah. So that's an unusual situation there as to what happened. So we'll try and get this onto the screen for you. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to connect the iPad up to the comms box, which I know is really, really annoying, and annoys me as well quite a lot of the time. So as we try and zoom in for you and try and get this all working and show you the track layout that we need to, Lewis just had problems all the time, didn't he? And unusual situation there as well, as we're desperately trying to get to Hamilton now on the layout. So bear with us while Megan talks you through the results, the standings at the moment.
Right, so the standings at the moment is first Bottas, second Hamilton. Oh, I'm sure you that won't last long, obviously, since he's out. Third Leclerc, fourth Sainz, Ferraris. Fifth is Ocon, sixth Giovinazzi. That's unusual, very impressive. Seventh is Stroll, eighth Perez, ninth Schumacher. Oh, that's impressive. Told you the Haas are doing good this weekend. Let's hope they actually get a point this weekend instead of a half point that's only credited. A 10th is Lando Norris. 11th is Raikkonen. 12th is Gasly. 13th Mazepin. See?
Mazepin, yeah,
Haas
you're right.
doing good. 14th is Alonso. Oh, that's coincidental. 15th is Latifi. 16th Tsunoda. 17th Verstappen. 18th Ricciardo. 19th Russell. And obviously 20th is Vettel because he hasn't started yet. Though, I've got to say, I think that when the red flag came out, that Williams and Danny Rick and Verstappen were all on like their outlap, maybe. Yeah, because we know that Tsunoda, his time was actually deleted, so that's why he's so far down. Though I think the others were on a outlap because their times are quite slow compared to the rest of the grid, and they're not really. None of those have recently become slow drivers, have they?
No, they've been quite competitive as we go forward.
Yeah.
Now, we're nearly there to show you everything that's been happening.
Yeah.
And we're having to really...
They're recording fast times as well.
They are. Verstappen was fast in the first sector before that red flag came out. I am literally right now doing everything I possibly can to get this onto the computer because we can show you... If we can get it to the MacBook, we can put it onto the OBS software quite easily.
Why don't you send it in an email to it?
No, I can just airdrop it now and then we're golden.
Works on there?
AirDrop works, yeah. Did you not know? So all Apple devices get it as well. As we wait then, the cars then are back out on the circuit. The red flag has been retrieved. The green flags are back out. We are back underway here for practice 2 with Mazepin already completing a lap time as well as the timing screens catch up. Schumacher, Russell, Norris, Sainz, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Gasly and Tsunoda all out there on the track as we are green again here. What do you think of that then, Megs? Good session so far?
It's certainly an interesting session so far, and I think Bottas was very eager to get out there because I think he's been told by Mercedes just like, you're our only hope now of free practice 3.
Yeah, just get out there, get times as well, crucially.
Yeah, you have to make up for 2 people now.
Yeah, and find out what was going on that part of the track.
Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it isn't a whole team issue. Let's hope it doesn't affect.
What we have
Valtteri.
something similar hits Valtteri. Do you think that's possible?
I don't know. Maybe because they do use quite similar.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it, though. They do use quite similar tactics. That's it for everything. So it's a possibility that the same could happen to Valtteri. Though let's hope it doesn't.
Okay, so we are almost there to be able to show you what me and Megan have been seeing up in the comms box as well. And I really want to get your opinion on this, Megs, when it comes to us. We're going to have to switch over to the main camera for just a second while we talk. So, which happens on lap time anyway, because we've managed to brilliantly get Lewis's slow lap as well up here in the box. And we're going to show it to you now up here in the box. So this has all been quite quickly done. We've got Lewis's driver track and we've got everything. So let's take a look at it now.
Impressive.
And thank you. Let's take a look. Here we go. Let's fade to it. So this is the telemetry data we were receiving on our laptop, on our iPad. We've highlighted Lewis Hamilton, and there you can see is the throttle mapping pressure. Now watch. So he's in 5th gear.
There it is.
First sector was looking good. He's got Stroll just behind him. But what do you reckon, Megan, when he comes out? Now watch. Take us through this bit, Megan.
When he goes down the straight, it just loses it because obviously he's not putting friction into the car, and he just
Comes to a stop.
Yeah,
Look at
stops.
the kilometers an hour goes down to 60, drops down to 40. Then look, the RPM drops as well. The gear,
now he turns it off.
but interesting enough as well, the gear went to neutral even before he got to the corner.
Yeah, so obviously he had no power.
Yeah, so that's an interesting factor as well. We'll take another look at this as well as he comes back down. So let's replay the video. Here we go. If I can fade it. So watch. So he's in 4th gear, comes into turn 8, and then drops down 3rd, 2, 1, and then gone. So Lewis manually shut down that car. So there was a problem. The team reported it, but Lewis himself manually shut down that car. What do you think of that then, Megs?
I certainly think it's interesting, and it's Vettel's now out on the track, but for some reason the only driver to stay in the pit lane is Latifi.
Yeah.
I don't know why Latifi's in there. Oh, and so's Russell. Williams are bringing in their drivers for something, and it's not going to be that they're so confident because they're 17th and 20th.
Yeah. Dude in the blue suit says as well, we just fired you, but now we need a favour. And that's for Valtteri to get out there and do as many laps as possible. And Valtteri goes top,
As soon
111.
as you come on the line. Good job.
That's Gasly's radio.
Okay, next lap, consider the toggle instead of offset for turn 11. On back to -1.
So a 111.664 for Valtteri goes up into top position. Verstappen second, 111.693, 0.029 off. So 29 hundredths off the pace there, Megs. Not bad at all.
I think Russell's coming out of the pit lane, but for some reason Latifi is staying in. Though, I wonder what's wrong with Latifi.
Back in the pit lane, only completed 3 laps at the moment, and only, I think, on a hard set of tyres. Yeah, only hard set of tyres there. So Latifi's got some more time to run.
He's
Do you know,
got something wrong with him. I think.
that's the data as well that we get for the, what do we call it up here, in the digital pad, whenever we can get round to using it, because it's quite difficult to use on the touch screen. So I'm glad that we were able to drag it onto the screen.
Handbrake. Well, like, cancel red button. cancel red button.
Mazepin's
That's
in the pit lane now.
As Perez being told cancel the red button. Norris goes to P10, 112.899. 112.899 if I can get my words out. Hamilton back into the pit lane then as well. So that car has been retrieved and taken back underneath the circuit to the pit lane. He's got underneath bankings to do so. So I don't think he'll get it back out for this session though if it's a bigger problem. So Lewis loses an awful lot of time. Advantage Bottas maybe? Can he get his first win of the season? His first win since Russia last year?
Maybe. Though I'm getting really confused right now because I'm getting 2 different timing screens telling me 2 different things.
Why? Which time screen's telling you 2 different things?
It's telling me that Latifi's now out, that Russell's back in again, and so is Mazepin's in as well. So that's not telling me anything.
I think that's frozen. Use this one. I think one of our timing screens is frozen up here in the comms box.
It's definitely frozen.
So it's this one, that's correct. Stroll coming to the line then. Just look at this.
See?
Look at the monitor. Look
It's
at the monitor.
frozen.
Yeah, here comes Stroll, P7, a 112.136. That's a good time there. If you're ever stuck on our timing monitors, just use these. Into the pit lane comes Bottas, Hamilton in the back in as well. Mazepin and Russell in the pit lane as well at the current moment in time. All looking good.
Tell you what, it's quite blue for first 3.
Yeah, blue. With well, I don't know. It's actually Bottas's car is teal, but for Petronas,
It's a type of blue.
but it should really be black. But black doesn't show up on a black screen, so it has to be blue. Well, teal, as you say, Megs.
Yeah.
Out there as well.
Leclerc
Round turn 3.
goes 4th.
That banking at turn 3 is quite hard, especially as you've got a blind turn 2 entrance. It sort of skeets up on you, I think.
Yeah.
Creeps up on you and skates up on you.
It does, kind of. And
Bottas goes. Sorry, Megan. Bottas goes out new sets of soft tyres.
Ocon goes into the pit lane now. Schumacher's also in.
I feel a bit of on the rotation and the brake.
Russell's also in there.
Bit of movement and the brake.
Understood. We will have a look.
That was Ocon complaining about vibration as well out there. Let's take a look at Max Verstappen in a replay now. Coming round turn 8.
Ooh.
Gets it on the... Oh, no, that's out turn 13, sorry. Into the bank here, turn 14. He touches the gravel at the exit. That's
We've all
easy
done
to
it.
do. You've done that several times in the pre-shows.
Yeah. There was a time where I couldn't even just keep on that corner at all.
Yeah. I'd take my shoes off for being in the comms box as well, actually, considering how the inside of those shoes at the moment feel really awful against my feet.
It's like they're killing you.
No, it's like velvet, and I don't like that. You know, I don't like the feel of
you
velvet.
hate velvet.
I have a velvet jacket, but I just don't touch it. I hate anything like that. And car cushions like that. Ugh, no, it makes me cringe. Out there as well.
So why did you, when we went shopping the other day, why did you suggest that velvet jacket?
I thought it was a nice one for you. I thought it would be nice for you. Doesn't mean I would ever like it. No, but you know that hoodie I bought that says Chicago on it?
Mm.
Libby sent me a text message last night saying as well that she has the exact same one, so I can't wear it. I think she's got I think she's got the female version, obviously, unless she's just picked up that one as well. But unless it's unisex. But either way, I'm wearing it.
Wear it.
Yeah, sorry, Libby. Raikkonen goes P9 on a 1:12.454 on the board. Vettel is in P10, so at least he's getting some time out there. So Hamilton had 25 minutes this morning of practice because of a 35-minute red flag for Vettel. Vettel's going to get the full hour, but basically, I would expect Hamilton to be out there for all of FP3 tomorrow and just doing pit stops.
He's going to need to be.
Because this is a brand new track as well, where qualifying is key because overtaking is so difficult.
So the people in the pit lane so far are Verstappen, Stroll, Gasly, Mazepin and Ricciardo. And out, obviously, is Hamilton.
12.7.
Yeah, I think I'm happy to box. I'm not sure what we're going to get out of this moving forward, so I'm happy to focus on the other compounds.
Copy.
So
Happy to box his lap.
Danny Rick wants to pit and pull on the other compound. He's on the hard tyres. He's done 8 laps on those, so he'll box and probably put on, what, a set of mediums, set of softs? Probably softs, or do you want to save those for qualifying?
Save them.
Yeah, so mediums then for the rest of them as well as they come back through. 36 minutes to go this session. We're on board with the only Mercedes left in it. How rare is it as well to see a Mercedes reliability problem? And it's hit Lewis.
Yeah, very rare. Huh.
Is it the Dutch fans? Have they been? Is
Why am I
it
tired?
Is it like in Cars 2? Someone's brought a camera that can shoot lasers at the car and just disrupt the Mercedes powering issues. A worrying thing is as well is that
I
if
don't know,
it's
you tell me. I was hoping for more laps.
Yeah, lost a bit of time with that red flag, unfortunately.
That's Alonso out there saying he's lost time with the red flag. A worrying factor about this is as well is that this morning Aston Martin, a Mercedes engine car, stopped the track with a kinetic energy problem.
Maybe it's an engine problem.
Is Lewis had a kinetic issue as well? Are the Mercedes struggling with their kinetic units this weekend?
Ocon tops the timing screen with a 1:11.074. That's 0.2 quicker than Bottas was.
Fantastic time then for Esteban Ocon. Alpine seeming to find something out there that absolutely works for them and definitely seems to be on the ball. And this is Sebastian Vettel. Yes, coming into turn 3. Has he gone higher up the banking than what he needed to do? No. Controlling the wheel, spin the exit. What's all this about then? Just riding the exit. Oh, he took off.
You could go 0.5% forwards brake bites for turn 9 and 10 only, so you need to do that on the adjusters. And reminder for yellow modifier as well. Perez 7 seconds back. He's pushing this lap.
Max Verstappen.
Forward to slow up front, temps are +5 currently. Reminder, we're going for 0. We can go to brake 2 when you're ready.
Max Verstappen fans cheer as Lewis Hamilton stops out on the track here in the second practice session. If you're just joining us here on YouTube for Practice 2's watch along, Carlos Sainz jumps to P4 as well, a 1:11.7. but it is Esteban Ocon, fastest at the moment in the Alpine, a 1:11.074. It's a Hungary type track, this. Old school, flat out as well, qualifying key. Could Ocon steal another win or qualify higher up?
Though I just have the funniest imagination thing as Russell rockets up to 14th. And do you know what it is?
What?
It's two different types of shows entering my mind right now. One is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where Holt put that Cheeto in the engine thing. That's what I imagine for Mercedes right now.
Red Bull just been putting Cheetah. Well, they are orange.
But I imagine Alpine doing it and then being like Homer going just like, I am evil Alpine.
I am evil Alpine. To be fair, I could jump on board with that. That's quite catchy. I like that. Like evil Homer. That's got to be one of the best moments of The Simpsons, actually.
It is.
Well, Alpine are currently first, and where's Alonso on that board?
17th.
17th, yeah. I was wondering why he was so far down then. I had to look quite far down. He's usually quite higher up towards the top, isn't he? Gasly on a time now as he rounds the banking turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 14 are bankings here. Turn 1 and 2, so turn 1 and 3, mini bankings. Turn 13 is the equivalent to Nashville's banking over in America as well. And Nashville have always provided some great racing in NASCAR. I think even, we raced on the streets of Nashville, didn't we, for IndyCar this year?
Yes, we did.
And that was a long evening with how many red flags? 2, 3?
2.
2 red flags, yeah. That was a long evening.
With a lot of yellows and safety cars.
Yeah, we're back live next weekend as well for the Grand Prix of Portland. Follow that, the Grand Prix of Laguna Seca.
And a lot of me cursing people.
And the follow of that as well, the Grand Prix of Long Beach to decide the season. Why are you doing?
Who knows?
Oh, no fun. I know you're not doing Italy, far as I know, but you are doing MotoGP.
Because I go to college technically in 3 days, or also technically 4.
At least we've got you for Austin and Mexico because of W Series. So it locks you in for that.
Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm saying 3 days are actually 4, it's because my college decided to do a festival the day before to introduce it all. So.
I never went.
Did they never do that?
Did it the first year, and they didn't do it the second year. Well, I didn't go second year. But I was too busy. I think I was away.
Kellyanne was telling me how jealous she was of it yesterday.
Oh, 1:11, 1:32. Bottas is, was it 5/100ths of a second off the pace?
Yeah.
So 500ths?
Nearly 600.
Oh, Alonso!
See? I am Alpine.
Alonso jumps to third on a 1:11.569 with the fastest second and third sector times.
Look how much blue!
Yeah. Well, top 5. Brilliant time then for Alpine. Alpine, this is a circuit that should suit them more. It's more like we had in Hungary, so flame on. What's that?
Everybody loves me. I am so smart.
So turn 7 entry speed now is close to maximum. Mazepin pushing behind. We have still margin in turn 8 and turn 9 we can break 5 meters later.
So let's take a look around Zandvoort then with Max Verstappen through turn 1, the Tarzan corner, 3rd gear, 17 miles an hour it's banked, rise uphill through turn 2, 6th gear as well, 130, back down to the banking of turn 3, 2nd gear, 50 miles an hour, power on mid-exit as well, it's fast, flat out now through turns 4 and 5, 8th gear, sweep, uphill, best part as well, it's like a roller coaster before dropping down to 6th gear as well, down 2 gears as well as he keeps on flying, down again now, it's towards turn 7 as well, 6th gear, 140 miles an hour as well. There's a yellow flag out there. The circuit is Nikita Mazepin, who has crashed. He's gone into the gravel trap and has brought out a red flag. So Nikita Mazepin has been, he's off the track, down at turn 11 and 12, and he's stopped that audio up lap as well.
Why is his rain light so flashy right now?
Tyre 6 when you can.
So Mazepin came in too quick and he's beached in the gravel. He's locked the rears and spun into the gravel trap down there at turn 11 and 12. And down turn 11, Mazepin has stopped. Megan was pointing to me in the timing monitor that there was a yellow and a red.
And then it was Mazepin.
And here comes the red flag.
Oh, Mazepin.
Thanks to Karunas out there. I was enjoying that because we were listening to the cars as we went around, but now we've got a second red flag in this
and
session.
notice how
Third
no
of the day.
fans are cheering.
No. Well, they wouldn't cheer for Nikita going off now, would they? Russian Grand Prix coming up shortly. Let's listen.
Stuck, mate. Okay, understood. So just go to P1, then wait 3-0, 3 seconds, and then P0. So P1, wait 3 seconds, then P0.
We saw in the W Series practice session with Marta Garcia going off the track in the dying moments of their practice session. The gravel's incredibly deep here as well. No chance to get out.
Copy that. Okay, in which case let's power off the car and just make sure you keep your helmet and your gloves fitted when they come pick you up. Yeah,
you're not allowed to take your helmet off or anything like that going forward as well. So we're under a red flag here once again. Let's take a look how we did it, Megan. Into the braking zone, locks the rears. It's a switchback section, and unfortunately, it's too much power to the rear, and
didn't even hit the curbs.
Didn't hit the curbs. It's just an oversteer moment, and spins the back out.
It's because him and Mick, their cars constantly changed.
Yeah, and it's
you don't know what to stay with.
And it's tricky on the switchback as well, isn't it? Yeah.
And a new track.
Yeah. So that is red flag out again with 28 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Nikita Mazepin just stays out there.
I can just hear Josh plays, just feeling like, and I'm right again.
Okay, Mick, can you go mode slow?
That's Schumacher.
You can do CSL 5, you have Gasly behind, and then it's double yellow up here for Nikita. Double yellow.
I'll tell you what. Jenny Gao, it's been ages, but I presume it is drink. So Nikita has binned it. There you go.
Well, he's making up for it with a red.
Yeah. How many times has Nikita Mazepin had a spin? Now you get to see it.
Well, just count how many times Jenny Gao's been drunk in the since the season started.
At Oi, it's Soph as well, says on Twitter, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. It's the fact that he's gone off on the circuit, absolutely as well. Okay, so sorry about that. I was just reading something from Hazel Southwell. Cars back into the pit lane then, red flag out. Just waiting to see who's going to be the next one to comment as well. Fans complaining of track limits at new track, the same as fans complaining about red flags for cars crashing at old tracks. Tell me what you want, says Matt White as well. Yeah, what do you want? Fans are complaining about the amount of red flags, but there's no track limit, so there's only gravel here, so we're going to have red flags.
Yeah, just like, what do you want from us?
Yeah, which one do you want? What kind of power do you want as well?
Do you want safety or do you want action?
DS to Cheetah have just put out from Formula E a statement. In respect of recent comments made in the press, Seeker Sports Europe would like to state that it does not comment on potential investor discussions. We have not done so in the past, nor do we intend to in the future. We remain fully committed to its Cheetah Formula E team. Okay, that's just a general press statement as well. Red flags will be sponsored by Crypto.com from next race. Yeah, the amount of red flags we've had. Session will restart, by the way, in about 10 seconds' time, so it's quite a quick red flag call-in as well, if I can get to the pictures.
We just need a crane.
Yeah. And green flag. Away we go once again then here for the session. Is it green? No, it's still red. So, again, the confusing graphics as well. They're not telling us what it is. It's because they started this session 5 minutes later.
It makes me want to scream out loud.
Yeah. We'll have 25 minutes to go then when the session restarts. Not 20. So as we keep on looking as well. Hamilton having a lot of issues. 243 comments on their Twitter stream already. This is actually disgusting. Lewis loses power and crowd cheers. What has F1 community become? Didn't the English cheer when Max crashed at 51G? No, they did not. They cheered when he was... They all screamed at the crash, and then they applauded Max when they got out the car and he was okay. British fans with some dignity there at Silverstone. When was the last time Lewis Hamilton had a power unit issue, says Anas 1N. I think it was Austria 2018, I think, isn't it? Green flag is back out now. The session is back underway. So, yeah, I think it was Austria 2018, as far as I can remember. that situation happening on the track.
Williams Racing. Another red flag. Mazepin is beached in the gravel. It makes him sound like a whale.
Yeah. British Touring Cars said a BTCC race at Zandvoort would be quite fun. You've got one wish to run a BTC car anywhere in the world. Which track are you choosing? I think Zandvoort. I would love Zandvoort as well. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens next as well. We're back underway. And this is Max Verstappen on the radio.
Red flag, Max. Red flag. That's the Mazepin in the gravel ahead of you at 11. So caution.
It's insane. Just can't get a lap, man.
That's how Max Verstappen feels on it as the cars venture back out onto the track here at Zandvoort.
I tell you what, I love Aston Martin teamer because they put about Seb, just like we really need to get him a green bike.
Green bike?
Yeah.
What, Seb's red flags?
No, they really want to get him a green bike.
Well, to be fair, I can see why. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, because right now he's got a black bike.
What's this? F1 fan splashes out £1,600 charting plane to fly support to Lewis Hamilton's message over the Dutch Grand Prix to counter the boos. So it reads, 7 times WDC, simply lovely, hashtag Team LH. So a fan has spent £1,600 to support Lewis Hamilton.
Pretty good window. Nice and positive on the brakes on this outlap.
That's nice, actually.
Yeah.
You can. Oh, and Katie Fairham as well, who is on the WTF1 side of things as well, said you can blame this red flag on Tommy WTF1. He tweeted that he was actually looking forward to Friday practice, and the universe couldn't handle it. Oh, I see, because Tommy usually hates Friday practice, and is very much looking forward to Monza next weekend when we have our second F1 sprint race of the day as well. Of the year. The third race will be coming to you from Sao Paulo, which is not the Brazilian Grand Prix, I've been told. It's had a name change. It's now the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. So it's no longer the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's
nice name, Sao Paulo.
It's the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. I wonder how much the hashtags... Would it be hashtag Sao Paulo GP or hashtag Brazilian Grand Prix? Or hashtag Brazil GP, as it usually is as well. Time will tell. I'm sure you as well, all dear viewers, back at home. So, 22 minutes left of this session here today. Esteban Ocon is top. He's back up there on a medium set of tyres as well. The same set he had on earlier on in the day in his second stint out there on the track. As everyone just circulates.
I really do love Aston Martin.
Where did that one come from then?
No, I'm just looking through their Twitter. They just make me laugh.
Oh, I see. Because of everyone's going on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking where you're on about, but I'll give you that one on the board as well. Gasly goes fifth at 1:11.462. Good time on the board. One board with Charles Leclerc, who's just gone fastest for Ferrari on a 1:10.902. So Megan's now smiling in the box for those of you listening on radio because Leclerc's gone fastest. Go on, Megan, you can be smug once.
Control the tires. I don't know what to do.
We think it should be fine. We think it's no problem. We have issues with the front. Should be fine.
Yeah, all right, Homer. There's a lot of gravel on that track, Megan. They did red flag it this morning in the Formula 3 practice session. There's an awful lot of gravel on turn 12. And as I said, they did red flag in the Formula 3 session when they needed to. So don't be entirely surprised if they throw out a red to clean everything up. I need you to stand up for a second, Megan. Oh, and Sainz goes second. Sainz on the 1:11.056 as well. Megan is actually getting these right. I am surprised. I am beyond surprised that she's actually getting things right in the commentary box this weekend.
I also said Alpine would do it.
And they're 3rd and 7th as well. So, yeah, you can have that one on the board as well.
Schumacher behind. He's running sustainably.
Team radio's out. Just a couple of the drivers out there.
See, look at this. Aston Martin. The perfect video does not exist. And then they
Safety
put a
car
video.
on board. Yeah. Safety car on board of Zandvoort. It's not Zandvoort, by the way. It's Zandvoort.
So it's 2 O's.
Yeah, it's Zandvoort, Zandvoort, as well. As I said to Dad this morning in practice 1, saw a video of Chris Medlang walking in to the circuit this morning, and it looks like Blundell Park's entry.
Does it?
Normal houses on each side of the thing as well before you suddenly get appeared with a racetrack in front of you. So it's a beautiful situation out there as well. And look at this, the Dutch fans waving to Karun Chandok. Oh, Megan, how it should have been me down here, because I should have been there. As you know, Megan, I should have been at the Dutch Grand Prix this year. As well, so that's even more annoying.
Yeah, I saw the correction there.
Sign saying he had a problem with the chicane, and his engineers sorted the correction.
So I love being right.
109,000 fans here this weekend as well. 109. Yeah, just 109. No, 109,000 fans here this weekend is what I was aiming for. 109,000, imagine that. Packed into this small 2.676 mile circuit.
If it was a year ago, it'd be everyone's nightmare.
Yeah, that's why it was cancelled. They didn't want to host a race with COVID going on, even though it's still present. But most of the people have been vaccinated, so it's game on for this season as well. Rumour is as well that the masks are going to disappear towards the end of the season, and we won't have the masks next season in the paddock area. So because of coronavirus, thankfully, is loads of vaccinations are now working as well. The scientists are getting the data to see if we need boosters as well. But it's one step closer to kicking it and putting it on the back burner. But still, the amount of deaths around the world is still affected as well. And it has, just because life's returned.
There wasn't that many yesterday for England.
But still, I won't be satisfied until there's not one. But yeah, there needs to be changings around
like
here as well.
Smallpox, not a single case.
Yeah. Well, Australia and New Zealand have gone into lockdown because there's just one case as well. So they're taking it very, very seriously over there. That's why the Australian Grand Prix got cancelled this season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm slightly disappointed that we haven't actually done a night race this year. Of getting up early in the morning. I like those night races. It's an interesting feel. And
honestly, I don't really think people would like the way I'm thinking of doing it. I would lock down the least amount of cases, replace with that, and then the one with the biggest amount of cases. And then, at least you've got that covered. So, slowly, with the least amount of cases until it's all gone, and then you're left with the biggest amount of cases, and then you, sort that out.
Like they did with Bolton, just isolating one thing at a time. Yeah.
It's slowly, bit by bit.
Yes, but also, Megan, you don't forget that where we are in the UK, we had the least amount of cases. But now it's starting to rise. In fact, it's getting so bad across the street from where we are, have a COVID case.
Had.
Oh.
It's better now.
Oh, that's good news then. Well, two of them actually had, isn't there? And actually right next door to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we've been quite lucky actually.
Olga.
Yeah, we got quite. As I was on about, we got quite lucky actually that we haven't caught it.
But you meant cows.
No, we got quite lucky that we haven't caught it. Touch wood.
Yeah, touch
as
wood.
Well. But then again, we think we've already had it 2019 December.
Yeah, when I came back seriously ill because I did have.
Did it start with you?
Yeah, it started with me.
Started with you, then I got it, and then I got ill when I was away at a cabin. I was away for a night, and it was the worst night I've ever had.
Because back in 2019 December.
Yeah.
It's just after Nan's funeral, actually.
Yeah.
I got really, really ill. And I had to go home from school.
I remember you were really, really bad. And then I got it when I went to the cabin, and it was actually fish and chips that triggered it. And then we went on a long walk, and I just spewed everything back up.
Yeah.
So that was a waste of fish and chips, so it was quite nice. But then I enjoyed it most of the second time. Didn't enjoy it the second time. But then I was stuck in bed the rest of it. I just felt so
because we've looked at the symptoms and they're actually quite similar to the ones of COVID. And we're just like...
I woke up hallucinating during that night as well. It was one of the weirdest nights. The room was pitch black as well.
Push to turn 3.
I just didn't leave my room.
Yeah,
Push to turn 3.
the room I was in at the cabin as well, it was pitch black. You could not see a thing. I would have taken my salt lamp if I knew. But honestly, it was pitch black. And I woke up and I was hallucinating all throughout the night as well. I thought it was in different places.
Like when you see like shadows in the dark.
Yeah. And my heart rate risen to about 123.
Back when I used to keep my leather jacket in my room, I used to keep thinking it'd get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, there was another thing as well. One of the strangest things I've ever had is when I was in Barcelona for pre-season testing a couple of years ago. One of the nights we were there, I woke up in the middle of the night and I convinced it, because the room was pitch black because we had blinds and it cut all the light out as well. You had to rely on your alarm to wake you up and you to wake up yourself because otherwise you wouldn't know if it was day or night. So I woke up in the middle of the night and because it was pitch black, my eyes, I was disorientated. I thought I was in my own bed in Grimsby. No, but this is how bad I was. I thought that because my room, the room I was in, because it had a bunk bed as well, and just across from me, I thought I was in my room back here.
What do you think, you were sleeping on the floor?
No, the worst thing was I woke up and I looked around and thought, I thought to myself in my head, oh, I'm in my own room. I'm back home, and I thought, hang on a second, I've got to get to the track. I've got to get to the track for the first show of the day for practice. Well, for testing session 1, I've got to get to the track and all that lot. And then I still thought I was in the wrong country. I thought overnight I'd end up in the wrong country, and I had to get to Spain for the testing. It's only when I opened the curtains did I realise, oh, I'm in Spain. My brain had completely wiped out that I was there.
I bet you were tempted to say,
a 15.6. That was after a 21.
Yeah, could you go and start it all up for him? But no, I was I thought
like,
I
can
was.
you go pack my bags?
I thought I was in the UK. I thought overnight I'd travel back to the UK, and I wasn't in. I wasn't actually anymore in Spain, in Barcelona. Where did we stay? I can't remember where we stayed now. It was
you stayed at this really posh place.
4 million quid. 4 million quid mansion on a very beautiful side of Spain as well, near Barcelona. Halfway between Girona and Barcelona. Beautiful country. 2019, in end of February it was.
Do you know, I've always wanted to take a trip to Toledo in Spain.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're partly descended from. As well as Mir in Norway and Normandy, France.
Can't actually remember where we were, and it's bugging me now. I'm going to have to go find it as well.
We're descended from a lot of weird places.
Just while I find it, could you take us through the results as they stand?
Oh, very happily.
Over to you.
First is Leclerc. Second is Sainz. Not bragging.
Totally bragging, Megan.
Third is Ocon. Also said Alpine. Fourth is Bottas. Fifth is Verstappen. Sixth is Alonso. Seventh is Gasly. Eighth is Norris. Ninth is Giovinazzi. 10th is Vettel. 11th, even though he's out, is Hamilton. 12th is Perez. 13th, Tsunoda. 14th, Stroll. 15th, Ricciardo. 16th, Raikkonen. 17th, Schumacher. 18th, Latifi. 19th, Mazepin. And 20th, surprisingly, is Russell.
George Russell, right down the order then.
I don't think he's really been out that much, actually.
I can't remember where it was now, and it's really bugging me because it was a lovely little thing. Desperately trying to find now where it was.
I don't know, but I certainly remember tracking your plane.
Yes.
Those 3 tracking things. I do that a lot.
Can't remember where it was now.
Mainly because I just like to watch.
Beautiful part of Spain as well that we were in. Obviously with it being Barcelona and that, but
I'm going to see if there's any planes near us.
There probably is. If I can find Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, I know where it is.
Surprisingly, there's not always planes around us.
So 10 minutes to go, as Megan said. It's all up there as Vettel starts a lap time, then finally out there on the board. And fastest sectors as well. Stroll, Sector 1, 24.6. Sector 2 is Leclerc, 24.077. Bottas, Sector 3, 21.793.
Last time I used this
2 seconds, Megan.
website, it was over a year and a half ago.
Year and a half, really?
Yeah, when Kelly and Jacko went away.
Oh, hang on a minute. I think I know where we are. I'm nearly there where we were.
Look at how many planes.
So many planes, yeah. Where were we?
It's quite busy today, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, there's a helicopter coming near us. Oh, there's one of those old-fashioned planes near us.
Well, there's Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. And I'm going to take a train to get there. I can't remember where we were. So I'll tell you what, it's really annoying because it was a beautiful, beautiful part of the town.
Ooh,
as well.
I'll
I'll have to look back.
That plane's coming quite near. That's going to come right over our house.
That's nice.
So Verstappen's
Vettel's lap time. Oh,
15,
hang on.
main losses turn 2, turn 10, turn 11, 12, all around a tenth and a half.
2 of them, actually.
So we've just had there on the board, as we've got Vettel, who's had a problem down on the track as well, coming through. Just coming through as well. Ah, here we go. On the Costa, we went to the Costa Brava. That's where we were. Look, oh, look at that beautiful house. Absolutely beautiful house. I have the address actually. So
who's glowing now?
yeah, I have the address. Oh, it was a beautiful, beautiful house.
I'm jealous. I'm admitting it.
I
want to be.
Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we are. Look, here we are. Yes, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful house as well in the area as well. Oh, I remember that house actually. There it is, up there. Beautiful little house. Let's come on to the main camera. I'll show
I remember
you.
being on
There it
FaceTime
is.
with you at night.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful little house. And it was a stunning way to wake up every morning as well.
What, in pitch black?
No, to the balcony as well, and all the little shops down the side. Oh, there's the shop we went to.
What about a bar?
This is the Spanish Tesco I was on about. That's where I got the chocolate milk and all the Pinocchio things as well. That was the Spanish Tesco I was on about. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, reminiscing there. We got a massive sidetrack there. That started with being ill.
Yeah.
That started with being ill with possible COVID in 2019. And how on earth did it lead? Oh, hallucination. There we go.
Yeah.
Just backtracking there. But that was a good tangent as the cars have just been pounding around doing some race runs. Nothing much has changed in terms of time in the past 10 minutes or so. It is still Leclerc top with Sainz second as well. Hamilton for 11th on only one lap, Megan. 1 lap time and he's still 11th.
That is impressive.
Fantastic as we ride with Esteban Ocon now, P3 on the board. Can he find anything as he comes into turn 3? Banking!
Oh!
Whoa! Hit that bump in the middle of the banking sector.
That was close.
Nearly threw it into the wall as well. That's going to be something to watch in the race as well, isn't it? The amount of cars that do that accident.
Okay, brake.
Turn it down. Full power mid-corner. It certainly is exciting.
Now, brake.
Yep. Hold it down. Yeehaw, in we go again.
Brake a bit harder. Accelerate. Mid-corner.
Turn 10. Hairpin.
Brake. Accelerate.
Yep, now back on the throttle, down towards turn 11 and 12, the tight switchback chicane area.
And brake a lot.
Drop down 2 gears. He stays in 3rd gear at the exit. Full throttle now. Does he lift into turn 13? Oh, he does lift and goes down the gears.
Brake.
Is he flat through the banking? 3.4 and a half G.
He nearly went into the wall there.
And across the line. Ocon stays 3rd. Down all 3 sectors, but he's on a push lap. 15 laps on the medium tyres. Well, that's all you're going to have to do. Lewis has lost a lot of time, though, in terms of this here today. A lot of time.
It's only like a second slower than Leclerc, though. So that's good.
Only completed 3 laps in total, though, and only officially done 1 lap time on the board, yeah.
And it's Bottas comes out of the pit lanes now.
Oh, he's kicked up some gravel at the exit of turn 11 and 12. Does he put a wheel? No, he just locks up on the gravel, actually. So they've got to sweep that, Megan, I think.
Yeah, they've definitely got to.
Have a look at time pressures.
It was Ocon who did it as well.
Understood, we'll have a look.
Ocon kicked those stones up.
Let's hope that none have gone into the engine.
That's the last thing we need, isn't it?
It is.
The F3 session this morning did get red flagged for gravel, as I said when Mazepin went off and just after. Surprised they haven't stopped this session, although it has been interrupted twice. And it's only an hour session, there's only 4 minutes to go, so they may as well keep it out there and see what you got. What do you think then of the hour sessions we've had this year? Have they been a lot? Has it given us more action than the 90-minute sessions we had on a Friday last year?
Oh yeah, I really didn't like the 90-minute sessions. This is a lot more manageable.
Oh, I agree. I completely agree with you. Three 1-hour sessions, totaling 3 hours, better, a lot better than 4 hours of practice.
Also, it doesn't take much time up for
college
work.
And it's quite easy as well to just get everything done. It's basically 3 practice threes. I love it as well. Although we're going to have one less practice session next weekend as well. Only 2 practice sessions. We're going to have practice 1 and then qualifying on the Friday. Saturday, practice 2 and sprint qualifying race. And Sunday, we'll have the main race itself as well. So another sprint qualifying race. And at Monza, that's going to end in tears.
It is going to end in tears. It always does at Monza.
Retophilia is going to be an interesting one.
I just remembered. I'm going to need you to help me add my college email too.
Okay.
My email thing on my laptop soon.
And it's Jenson Button alongside David Croft in commentary this weekend. 3rd race in a row with a different commentator. Rosberg in Hungary, Brundle in Belgium, now Button in the Netherlands.
When I finish with my college work, of course.
Yeah, but hang on. That means that Jenson Button, for the first time since Monaco 2005, is going to be a co-commentator in the race and qualifying. Yes, I've been waiting for JB to get in that box.
Blue Harvest
I'm gonna look for Blue Harvest.
Before turn 7, red button before turn 7.
Did
Daniel,
he?
let's box
What's
this
Blue
lap.
Harvest?
Box this lap to get
What's
clear
that?
air.
What's Blue Harvest?
Working title for Star Wars. Return of the Jedi was called Blue Harvest. Did he say?
And Blue Harvest 7. Blue Harvest 7.
Blue Harvest, yeah.
7.
Mode 7 for harvesting, but Blue Harvest, wow. Danny Ricciardo, Star Wars fan. I thought Lando was the Star Wars fan, considering he's named after Lando Calrissian.
Well, it did say 7. Maybe that means, like, Lando's going for 7.
So I knew somebody who was almost called Kira, after Major Kira from DS9.
I was thinking about putting the name Leia in one of my future children's names.
Probably.
Still like it.
Probably not.
I like the name Leia.
I'm happy to experiment with red button. Red button.
Red button now. For God's sake, this is just Star Wars mania, isn't it?
Wait, what was that?
Red button.
Yeah, but what name was that for?
Can't
Which
remember.
one?
Red Scroll, probably. Star Trek. No, Lando, will you press the red button? Lando, will you press the red button? We've been stuck in the lift for 20 minutes.
Either that or they're talking about BBC One red button.
Go to press the red button now for the forum. I missed the forum. That's why we're going to have a forum this weekend as well. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Oh.
Usually because our race reviews are a little bit after the race, isn't it? But this weekend, because there's nothing else on, our Grand Prix review is right after we end coverage of the main race. So I'm looking forward to that.
Do you think coffee will make me work faster?
No, I think it's going to make you go a
Hyper.
bit hyper, yeah.
Yeah, because I am a bit hyper naturally, so I don't think coffee's going to help. What drink will you think make me work faster?
I have no idea, Megan.
Come on, choose a drink. I've had tea today, so I've already had caffeine.
Coca-Cola.
I'll try it.
Lucasade, you'll probably bounce off the walls. Even I don't drink Lucasade.
Do you remember when Dad had that Lucasade thing?
Yeah.
Something, and it's no one would let me even try it because you were scared what would happen to me.
Check a flag, and in 10 seconds then here at Zandvoort.
I get really hyper, by the way.
Really? We hadn't noticed at all. as they come out then onto the track.
The thing is, that's just a psychological thing as well.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't actually really affect much.
That blue smoke out the back of Bottas's car there as he comes across the line.
I swear that's something to do with engines.
Usually oil as well. Checkered flag is out then. The session is over. Here on practice 2. Quite an interesting hour. Lewis Hamilton's the bigger loser. Lost out on all the running because of that engine problem as well. A loss of power.
So apparently the biggest loser today is Russell.
Down in 20th place, yeah. 1:12.855.
He must be saving his power or
Must
something.
be. Biggest surprise? Megan's right.
Yay!
It's Ferrari 1-2 with Leclerc on a 1:10.902.
It feels so good to be right.
Sainz second, 1:11.056, and Ocon third, 1:11.074. Megan is actually right about. She said yesterday, Alpine and Ferrari are strong as well, and they have been strong. I told you not to let Megan know that she was right. This is what happens.
Yeah, right.
Copy. Also worth looking at my brake, my throttle pedal. I think it's gone a bit soft in this session.
I thought you said...
Copy that. We'll have a look at that afterwards.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's a special blue pill that would help him not get the brake pedal go soft in the session. I did actually wonder, did he say check my bra to begin with? I was thinking, what, is there someone wearing a bra in the box as well? I do actually know as well that some of the drivers do take the option of wearing fireproof sort of sports bras in the box. As there's a yellow out there on the track now in sector 19. So that's
I don't know. Russell,
around the last couple of corners.
No, Stroll seems quite slow.
Okay, it's okay. It's the practice starts. It's the practice starts because they're all stopping on the grid to do it.
Oh, that explains why they stopped.
Yes, that's why there's a yellow flag out there on the track. Is because it is practice start time for everyone now. Because you can't do your practice starts in the pit lane because it's too small. Haas on pole position in the form. Yeah, Haas. It's Mick Schumacher on pole position.
That's unusual to see.
It won't be unusual to see Mick Schumacher on pole position in the future.
When he gets out of Haas, yeah.
And it's lights out. Race on here in Holland.
Where do you think Mick will go?
Where do you think Mick will go? Sorry, just to cut across you there, Megan. NLRC Argent says, welcome in Holland. Hello. A lot of Dutch fans we have watching us this weekend as well, so it's more of a home race. We are going to give it the full Silverstone treatment this weekend as well. Don't worry about that.
We are. And where do you think Mick will go? Because is he
Alfa
leaving?
Romeo.
Do you think that'll be a better fit for him?
There's been a rumour going around as well that Alfa have also got rid of Giovinazzi, and instead of wanting Nick de Vries, they might want Mick Schumacher in at Alfa. And I could see that happening.
We need Mick in a better team than Haas. I mean, nothing against Haas, so...
No, I completely agree with you. We need him in a better team.
They're not fit for him.
Yeah. Let's hear from Ricardo.
So, Daniel, this will be a bite point find, 1 burnout, and a first gear launch, left-hand side preferred. So, bite point find, 1 burnout, first gear launch, left-hand side preferred.
Just telling you where to do the practice starts. Here's the times then for the first session as the cars go around the track one more time to come back to the pit lane. It's Charles Leclerc fastest on a 1:10.902, followed by Carlos Sainz in second, Esteban Ocon's third, Valtteri Bottas fourth, Max Verstappen is fifth, Fernando Alonso sixth, Pierre Gasly seventh, Lando Norris eighth, Antonio Giovinazzi is ninth, and 10th for Sebastian Vettel. Lewis Hamilton stopping on the track, only completing 3 laps, is 11th, Sergio Perez is 12th, Yuki Tsunoda 13th, Lance Stroll 14th, Danny Ricciardo 15th, 16th is for Kimi Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher 17th, Nicholas Latifi 18th, Nikita Mazepin stopping out on the track, only completing 12 laps, is 19th, and George Russell down in 20th. In terms of the times, tomorrow, practice 3, 10:50, qualifying is at 1:40 here, British Summer Time. The W Series follows at 3:25 straight after qualifying. The race on Sunday, we're on air at 1:30, lights out at 2, and you can watch at 4:15 the forum of the Grand Prix review as well. As the cars come back into the pit lane after their selected runoffs, I'm going to ask you, Megan, who is your, what's been your moment of the session so far?
I think my moment of the session was...
Oh, this is a tricky one. You're stuck for words. Moment of the session.
When Ocon went top.
When Ocon went top, yeah. Still, you predicted it right. Ferrari top Friday. Yeah. Leclerc 1, Sainz 2, Ocon 3. It's a circuit that suits the slower, it's seeming cars.
Yeah.
Prediction for pole tomorrow then, Megan, please?
I'm going to go Leclerc.
Leclerc pole, okay.
Hoping.
Hamilton stops, has to jump out with a possible kinetic failure as well. Verstappen having traffic issues. It's Ferrari who sweep the first Grand Prix here since 1985. Friday fastest for Ferrari. See you next time. Bye for now. We'll see you tomorrow.